Good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What's going on? What is going on?
Chilling, Merc. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I watched the Game Awards.
I did too. Well, I got to watch half of it, I guess.
Yeah,
And then I had to go to sleep for work, so
that
I
shit was
woke
quite
up to a
long.
bunch of. Yeah, it wasn't that long, I heard, because they trimmed off like an hour,
Yeah,
which was anything is good, because it was bad. It was bad. Like what I saw was fine. It
yeah.
wasn't like spectacular, but the lady presenter they had for the first half, she was
Cindy
funny.
Goodman. Yeah,
Yeah, she was alright.
yeah. She's good. She should be with IGN for a bit.
So her just making funny nerd jokes
Yeah.
and stuff. It was like, all right, that's not bad.
Um, of the debuts, anything really caught your eye?
Of the debuts, like stuff that was I didn't
Like
know about.
world
Okay, so
premiere?
I didn't see anything in the first half that blew my mind, but I heard the latest stuff that was like a few things that was like I didn't think that was gonna happen. So the one thing that came out was Armor Core 6,
Yeah.
and that's all I need. I don't care. Everything else I don't care. That's
That.
like Dragons. That game is on the same level as Dragon's Dogma for me,
Oh, okay.
so it's up there.
No Dragon Dogma though.
Yeah, I was mad. I was mad. But Capcom
Um.
had Street Fighter, and what they showed of Street Fighter, oh god damn it, DJ,
Yeah.
son, DJ,
Yeah. I was happy to see him. He looks good too. He looks really good.
hell yeah! No longer a goofy looking caricature of a black person.
Yeah.
He looks cool now.
I like Tekken 8.
I thought it was cool. I like how some of the characters look now.
Shit,
I
King
like
looks
Paul looks funny.
King has like
King
the same workout regimen of fucking The Rock. Dude's
drinking all that
gigantic.
Zoa. All that Zoa and lifting weights all day.
Yeah,
What
man,
happens to you?
he's gigantic. I liked that game Judas by the people that did Bioshock. That looked
I
interesting.
saw, yeah, I did see the trailer for it, and I was like, okay, but I know of, but I have never played Bioshock,
Yeah,
so
I liked the first two, the first Bioshock. So I was like, huh, that looked good, and that's a Xbox exclusive. I was like, wow, there's an Xbox exclusive.
good, good for
Good
them.
for you. When that gonna come out? 5 years from now?
I mean, like they say today, let them cook.
Cook.
No, please, no more bad food. No, no, no
Shit,
more bad
Xbox
games.
is all cooking, no food. It's that restaurant that you gotta wait like 3 weeks for a fucking plate.
And stand in a long ass line. Nah, man, I'm not getting. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Other than that, Final Fantasy 15, what 14? I'm not 15,
16,
16.
16.
I don't care to be honest. I
Yeah, I
don't
didn't get
care.
to see it, so I have to watch the trailer. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that came out. I still have to go look for the trailer.
The Jedi Survivor looks really good, and I was excited for that one too.
Yeah, that I did see. That looks cool.
That one looks cool. I really liked the first game, so I'm very excited for that.
Somebody said, "Why does he look like a Boston Red Sox fan?" I was like, "Damn, that's messed up." Because he's a ginger.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, and then the game went on super sale
yeah,
because it was $20 because it's old
yeah,
by now, but it was on sale for like $3 and change. So I was like,
yeah.
you know what?
It's good.
Fine, I'll buy it.
I'll
So I
say my
haven't played
only
it yet.
issue with the game was the backtracking,
Oh, okay, all right.
but it's not a
But other
lot.
than that, I
And
do know it's got all its patches, so it's not as buggy,
yeah,
which I might be kind of sad because I've seen some of the funny ones.
yeah,
The one thing I did see that I didn't think was I wasn't even thinking about it, but now that I saw that they announced it, I'm like, I'm definitely gonna play it. Is Hades 2?
Hades 2 looks good too. I like the first one a lot.
Yeah, 'cause that was one of I think that's a 2020 game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's basically one of those 2020 games that was like all you really needed was that game.
yeah. I
Like
played with
the
my
main
niece. It
game.
was a really fun game.
So it, and this is also them breaking tradition because they've never made a sequel before. That studio.
Okay.
So I'm like, if they double down on this one, and I think there might be a third one because in the lore that they set up, they're
Yeah.
using real, they are not making up the characters. They're using different interpretations.
Yeah.
And this one, I believe the Hades has 3 children, so
Yeah.
there would be at least one more kid if they do a third game.
That'd be cool.
So we'll see.
But I enjoyed the game. It's a fun game.
Yeah, so that was really cool. Street Fighter, like I said, that was up there. Tekken was up there. Like, yeah, it looks good, but I'm more disappointed that Tekken wasn't more like this is two people regular stage playing because it still had the dramatic transitions and even a little bit of fighting you saw, it went straight into other stuff. It was like,
Yeah, that's true.
not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough. But Street Fighter, they let you see them doing combos and they show like the wins,
Yeah.
the win screen. Yo, DJ writes on the screen. That just, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I see everybody going crazy for the giant lady with the lion
Yeah.
and then the French chick that has the ballet and the judo.
Yeah.
Well, I think she's pretty cool because I know that's such a thing since they introduced a French character in 4.
Yeah.
Like usually they try to have the representation of every nation because the Street
Yeah.
Fighter is the world warrior. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Makes sense.
But that was like again because I didn't see the entire show. Like that was fine. If that to tell you the truth, if that was it, that and the other stuff. Like remember we both saw Hellboy.
Yeah.
That looked cool.
Yeah. That actually looked cool. Like I actually was digging that too because I actually like the old style, the art of that
Hmm.
of Hellboy. So I actually thought that looked pretty cool.
They showed like we both saw Diablo. So like we probably both gonna already buy Diablo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Diablo.
Like
Yeah. I like Diablo.
but like that stuff, it was if that was it, what I saw, then I say best game, best game award show. Oh, and the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that was also like the last voice acting of Kevin Conroy, and that was like
Hmm.
that made me sad. But
Yeah, and then also the Bayonetta, the original game. I was like, oh, that's different.
yeah,
Like I like that. I like that. So there was enough original stuff that I saw that was like, if this is all it was, then that's good. But I didn't get to see the music. I didn't
yeah,
get to see the crazy guy go on stage. I didn't.
yeah.
There was a bunch of stuff I
That was
missed.
for the
I
Game of the
just,
Year one. Um,
yeah, I was happy. I played Elden Ring and it's really good.
there was
So
beef. There was also beef for the Game of the Year one, just because God of
between who
War
and who?
cleaned up.
Cause I saw the two studios was like, yeah, good job, man.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
GG's.
not between them two, but for fans in general, they were like
I don't
bitching
care what
about
the
it.
fans.
I would just say 100%. I was like, yo, God of War. I was like, you can't. God of War didn't get Game of the Year, but they got like 6 other rewards.
Mm-hmm.
They got action
That's true.
game. They got best narrative. They got best voice actor, which that could have went to any 3 of the people that were on that category from God of War as well. It could
That's
have
true.
went to Sunny. It could have went to the girl that talks Freya too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool. I actually it was cool. I haven't played Elden Ring. I plan to one day. I will
Mm-hmm.
put myself through the torture. But I'm happy they won it. You know which one I wanted to win and didn't win? I
What's that?
wanted Ninja Turtles to win.
Yeah, I did, but I wanted some other games to win, but some of the categories included games I thought was not good
Yeah,
because best action game I think also had a shooter in it,
yeah.
and
I
then
feel
it
like
had
the
it.
categories are like kind of rough right now. Like I don't like sometimes the categories feel confuse me.
Yeah, there were a few. Like most of them were fine, but like there were a few that made me go, well, why is this one here with this one? That's not Seafood's not a fighting game.
Yeah, and the same thing with what was the other one that was in the fighting game category? I'll tell you right now. Narrative, action. Oh yeah, so multiplayer games, and they put Ninja Turtles. Well, Ninja Turtles is like a beat 'em up, but I don't think that's like a fully multiplayer game.
You said multiplayer or you said fighting?
It's in multiplayer game.
Yeah, you can play multiplayer.
Well, okay. So, but the category, like all the other games on here, are like full online games and stuff like that. This one's more like a beat 'em up, so that's the only one that's a different style.
It still counts.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
the categories can more than one person play at one
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
But I wanted Ninja Turtles to win, not Splatoon.
Yeah.
That was my only
Yeah.
bias. because I
I
love
mean, the only
Ninja
games I
Turtles.
I could only root for the games I played. I didn't play Splatoon, so I didn't know.
Um,
Like Bayonetta won Best Action, and I was like, that's good. But then that was the category that had like a shooter in it and stuff. I'm like, what
yeah.
is that? Don't I don't like that.
No,
And
action was the best. Well, the best action game. Action was
was
action
it action?
adventure.
Yeah, see, they had Best Action as a separate one.
Yeah,
Because Bayonetta 3 won an award,
yeah.
and I'm pretty sure it was Best Action Game.
Yeah, best action game, and it was Neon White, Ninja Turtles again, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2.
Call of
Yeah,
Duty, Call of Duty, and Best Action Game. What happened to the first person shooter category?
they don't have one no more.
See, well, there you go. That's their problem,
Yeah,
not mine. As a person who knows what categories are, so you got to go somewhere else, homie.
I do. I'm happy that Stray won for best indie.
Yeah, Best Indie. That was
I
good.
like Stray. It was cute.
A lot of people like Stray, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Um. Yeah. Some of the categories are weird. I don't know.
Like the music one, I thought with the sound design, I saw Elden Ring one. I was like, all right, that's cool.
Soundtrack was God of War.
Mm-hmm.
Art direction was Elder Ring. Yeah, there was a
So I
lot
was
of good
like,
stuff.
I didn't think it should have won that one because I
Yeah.
was like, that was interesting. I think wasn't Horizon in that one?
For which one?
Art direction.
Yeah, Forbidden West was in there. Stray, Scorn, and God of War Ragnarok.
I thought Horizon or God of War was gonna win that,
Yeah,
but okay, all right.
they try to keep it even, I guess.
I mean, I guess they just liked it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not saying Elden Ring is ugly or anything, but like Horizon has a bunch of stuff that's like
yeah,
it doesn't look like anything.
yeah,
That's kind of my thing. Like God of War, you could say, all right, I've seen something that looks approximate to that thing, that monster here. This is a
yeah.
legendary thing. I get it. Horizon is just a bunch of stuff that's just made up. So I was
yeah.
like, that didn't win.
Audio design, God of War 1.
And they debuted a trailer for another Horizon game. I was like, nah, man, I'm
Yeah, it
good.
was
For the
the
DLC,
VR one
DLC. I
and
get it,
DLC.
but I'm like, damn, so much Horizon.
Yeah.
Leave me alone
Back up a little bit.
a little bit, please.
Yeah,
Oh, they
actually,
announced
yeah.
the new Last of Us one is gonna come to PC,
Yes.
not the other one, the
Nice.
original. I think the original one is the new one is coming to PC. So I'm like,
Nice.
okay, that's
Nice.
cool.
Action adventure, God of
Oh,
War
and
1.
Returnal. That was the other thing that was like, all right, I'm glad I know that for sure.
Yeah, that meant to PC.
So I'm definitely looking for that.
Yeah. Yeah, God of War racked up I think 6 awards. Elder Ring I think got 3 or 4. Good.
I know most anticipated was the next Zelda game, which made sense.
Yeah, it's always anticipated. If a Zelda game's made, that's gonna be the anticipated one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Just in general, like everyone loves the Zelda games and
I
stuff
mean,
like that.
technically it was supposed to be out this year,
Yeah,
but they pushed it back. So
yeah. But yeah, it was a decent Game Awards. The whole year with the God of War, the music was actually pretty good. The performance, um, I dug that. It was cool
hmm
and it was fun. Again, I'm happy God of War racked up, and yeah, Game of the Year was Elden Ring. I gotta play it. I plan to when it
trying to
goes
see what
down in
else came
price.
out.
It's still high in price.
The one shock that they didn't say anything about it was Final Fantasy VII. I think it's called Rebirth. Is the next part.
Yeah,
They ain't say nothing.
yeah. I was surprised that didn't get none.
Not a see you in 2 years, or not a see you next year when we talk about it again.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Damn.
They're like, we still
Look
got
at this 16. That's all you get. They didn't even say anything. They didn't even show a trailer for the one that comes out Tuesday.
No, they
I was
did
like,
not.
what? And I seen that they're promoting it because I saw I don't remember who tweeted it, but I retweeted it. So you can find it on Red Cyclonics Twitter.
Yep.
But they showed the ad in Japan on the subway, and it's gigantic.
Yeah.
And it's not just a poster.
Yeah.
It's like a 3D image that when you walk to one side, because it has story importance, and I think there's music playing when you get close to it.
Yeah.
So they went all out, and the one character fades in, and as you walk to the other side, a different character comes in, and the other one on the other side fades away. I'm like, Jesus Christ, they ain't had to do all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to see it that year because I know they're gonna sell it to us. Give me the very inventive ad that you never get in America.
Yeah.
Because all we do is steal the 3D ones now, the ones on the side of buildings.
Yeah.
I think you've seen them. The one they have, like, I think they have one. Does it do the 3D? The one near Jobstar. Because I know that there's a building down there that has the big screen, but I don't think it does the 3D ones, right?
I don't know. To be
Oh, you
honest,
know.
I really don't know. I'm a true New Yorker. I try my best to stay away from 42nd Street.
This is true.
I do not go there unless I am going to get paid to be there. But I am not
Yeah.
going there free will. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, that's the thing the tourists don't know. That's not where you want to go. You don't want to hang out there.
No, you
Nah.
do not want to be there whatsoever.
Especially not with money.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's one place I'm like, nah, I'm good. Okay, you want to go to the theater over here? Nah, I'm good.
Nope. They still exist. Last I heard, they were closing them all
Yeah, I
in
heard
that
they were
specific
closing
area.
some of them. I'm not sure which one they closed, but I know the AMC's still there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Well, that's cool.
yeah, I do not go.
Also, because he is so pop culture, he's here on GameSpot. John Cena's coming back.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty funny that they have it here. But it is what it is.
yeah, yeah. He's
What's your
supposed to,
favorite John Cena movie?
John Cena movie. I guess. Well, I guess it would be the Suicide Squad.
Okay, that makes sense.
I like that one. I
Hmm.
do like this one called Legendary. It was on it was one of those WWF production ones.
Really? Okay.
That was really good. It was about like a kid getting trained by like Greco-Roman wrestling and shit like that. So I like
Okay.
that one. Um, yeah,
I
Marine was
don't.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. I've actually not seen that Marine. I've only seen, I think, Marine 4.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one with Becky Lynch? I've only seen the
Um,
one with Becky Lynch.
yeah, that
It's a
was
bad
four.
guy.
Yeah, that was four.
That's the only one I've seen. Who was the hero? It wasn't her, was it?
No, it
Am I
was
missing it?
Miz.
It was still Miz. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was Miz. It was her and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Okay.
Shawn Michaels was in there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
That was a weird one. I think Bo
I mean,
Dallas is
listen.
in one of them too.
Yeah, he is. I think it's a scene of him getting punched.
Yeah, and Heath.
What?
Yeah, Heath is in the fourth one with Bo Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. That's
I
right.
was mad that they never like. I remember them fighting each other, and I was mad that they never made that a thing of why him and Miz are fighting each other.
Mm. True.
Like they're in the same movie together. Like why can't they just fight each other because they're in the same movie? Like I want more screen time. I hate you. Let's
Where
fight.
you where you at, Bo? Are you Uncle Stinky? Is that you in the mask?
He's selling real estate, and
I mean,
sadly, their uncle had a heart attack.
oh yeah, I saw they had a. I think he said it was they were trying to get donations because he doesn't have insurance because he was a wrestler, and it
Yeah,
turns out they won't insure you after you're done because man, you've been through a lot.
yeah, that's sad.
So
Yeah, there's a
that's sad, but I do know the fans hella supportive.
yeah. I
So
saw
and
that
wrestlers.
too.
Like I saw they saw Cody and Sasha was like top billing in the beginning. I'm like,
Hmm.
all right.
Jericho definitely always puts in as well. He was actually good friends with him,
Oh, they
but
got okay, okay.
yeah,
Good
Jericho.
stuff.
There was a lot of love from his father, Bray Wyatt's father and shit.
Mm-mm.
You see Steve Irwin on there. You see Wyatt. You see Bo. You see a lot of people on there. So let's go Dustin. You see. So yeah, there's a lot of love for him. So hopefully he goes well and it gets better. Um, yeah. What's that to hear? Yeah, Uncle Stinky. It might be.
Oh man, who is Uncle Stinky? That's
It's a
that's
mystery.
the mystery of 2022 is who is Uncle Stinky.
Ooh, is you Uncle Stinky? That's
You know
right.
what? It'd be crazy if it was LA Knight
LA Knight is Uncle Stinky.
and it was all just a ruse.
A ruse.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
Throw me a swerve here.
hey,
Give me something different.
they done shit like that before. I wouldn't pass it.
Oh, it did? Oh man. All right, well.
Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't pass it. They do some shit like that. Um, yeah, I don't have a lot this week.
Well, I know the Game Awards was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, I don't know why. Was any new news confirmed about Fantastic Four recently?
No. Well, they're casting right now, but I know the director. One of the directors left, so they're not like there's still issues with the movie. It hasn't been
And
started yet.
is that a Marvel? That's the first Marvel one?
Yes,
Okay.
we did have
All right.
like John Krasinski come in and play Reed Richards in the Doctor Strange movie.
Okay.
Yeah, but that
So
was
it's
all we
in.
got.
All right. Well, I guess let's let them find what they want to find.
Yeah,
So we can go to because we have another one after this.
yeah,
Fantastic Four:
yeah. Just
Rise of the Silver Surfer. This is a movie from the year of 2007. It is
yep,
PG. This movie has more depth than some of the movies we saw, the convenient movies we saw recently.
yeah,
It's interesting. Anyway, it's an hour and 32 minutes, but it definitely felt like more.
yeah. I agree with
Let's
that.
see. The release date is the 15th of June, 2007. It is directed by Tim Story,
Yes,
and I believe we've also had stuff from him. I think besides the first one, did he do the first one?
he
'Cause I
did the
don't
first
remember.
one.
Okay, so we did look at his stuff
Yeah,
before. So we at least know not to expect much different from the first
yeah,
movie, unfortunately. Uh, even Scott Steiner, he can't stand it. He
yeah.
can't take.
He's angry. He's angry about it. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's gone. He's pissed off. I think he does not like that it was written by Don Payne and Mark Frost again.
yeah.
But they did the first one. Let me check
Um,
to make sure.
I don't know.
They did Thor. Well, one of them did Thor.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they did the first
I don't think so,
one.
actually. Well, it's your fault that this movie was dry. Well, I blame these writers and
One
whatnot.
of them wrote for The Simpsons.
Well, what did you write? What
Which
seasons
season?
did you write for?
Which
How about
seasons? If you're written after the 10th season, then yeah, I don't want to hear none of your shit.
that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Anyway, they also have Jack Turman and Mark Frost. I guess that's the story.
yeah,
Stanley and Jack Kirby, they always credit the creators.
yep, yep,
Uh, this movie is starring Ian Grufford,
yep.
and that is Mr. Fantastic / Reed Richards. Jessica Alba as Invisible Woman / Susan Storm. Chris Evans is Human Torch / Johnny Storm. Michael Chiklis is The Thing / Ben Grimm. Julianne McMahon is Doctor Doom, Victor Von Doom. Kerry Washington as Alicia Masters. Andre Bauer as General Hager. Lawrence Fishburne as the voice of the Silver Surfer. Doug Jones as the body of the Silver Surfer.
Yep.
Well, she didn't have a part. Bo Garrett as Captain Ray.
Yep.
I think that's about Brian Posehn was a wedding minister. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty funny. Like, hey, wait a second. That's about it.
Yeah.
for known people, right? That's nobody else made a little well, yeah, Stan Lee made his cameo
Yes.
by getting kicked out of the wedding party. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
He was the
But I'm
postman in the first
Stan
one.
Lee. Sure you are. Sure you.
Yeah.
That's what he saw that security guard saw Stan Lee delivering mail and was like, this guy can't be Stan Lee.
He snuck in.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
So this one, as it says in the title, is Rise of Silver Surfer, which I think is a misleading title.
Yeah.
He ain't rise.
He
No.
came
This
down.
was this was not his rise.
He didn't rise.
Actually,
He did nothing of rising. He came down.
yeah, basically that, and he was. I mean, unless you want to say the end of the movie was his rise, that's a little misleading.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's essentially trying to tell the story of what he basically he's the Silver Surfer doing his job,
Yeah.
which is he shows up to make sure a planet, I guess, is suitable for Galactus to come and eat it.
Yeah.
He just goes around and scouts them out and says, "Pick this one. This one will not give you gas," and it does. And it looks like he's been doing such a bad job that Galactus has turned completely into gas.
Yeah.
So that's what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
Like I told you, Merc is still in the era of let's try to make this stupid comic book stuff look real. And they tried to make Galactus into something that wasn't a giant man,
Yeah.
and it looked not like Galactus.
I have issues with it because again, this is during the time that Marvel, anything that came up with Marvel, was usually based on the Ultimate line,
Okay, so
and
that's
this
what he looked
was
like.
yeah, it was based on Ultimate Galactus. Ultimate Galactus was such a disappointing comic book. And it was he was just a big thing of planets that kind of combined and devour world and shit. So it kind of reminded me of like in Transformers the Unicron and how they made him. It was kind of made like that.
See, I did not see the Unicron,
Yeah.
and I'm happier because
Yeah.
wasn't that also a Michael Bay movie?
Yes, it was, and it was
All
not
right,
good.
well, yeah, okay, so that's fine.
Yeah, you're
So
not
I
missing
mean,
much.
good, good,
Yeah,
good.
you're not missing much, but but that's where it leads on, and then during that time, that time period, like all the movies were being based off of the Marvel Ultimate lines and stuff.
Was there a specific reason? Was that because that was the most recent, like
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
the
the
biggest
more
hit?
now stuff. So basically, everything that was kind of it was remade to fit into nowadays.
Was
So
that, if you think about it now, going back, was that stuff popular, and do you look back fondly on that whole time?
Ultimate Spider-Man, yes, I'll say Ultimate Spider-Man was the popular one of all the books. I think that's what was the marquee one. X-Men was okay until they started doing some weird shit with some of the mutants, and they weren't that great. Fantastic Four also had some good storylines, but it wasn't the greatest. The only thing that came out good off of it was the Maker character, which is Reed Richards, that went psychopath and fucking started trying to kill people. So
Hmm.
I did not mind that Reed Richards whatsoever.
Okay, okay.
But that's where it kind of went, and it wasn't that
So
great.
let me let me ask, because this storyline that I'm seeing they used for this movie, even though it's based in the Ultimates, doesn't it have its origins way earlier though?
Um,
Because it isn't there the story with Doom stealing the surface powers? Isn't that old?
so they'll mix it. They'll mix the two together, but for the most part, like the basis of Galactus and how they did it was 100% like the Ultimate Marvel.
Oh, you mean just so basically it's just the Galactus. It's not really the story of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
movie.
exactly.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and
All
they
right.
tend to do it like that all the time. Like it's not the first time they did it, and this is not gonna be the last time. And this list is not gonna be the last time either.
Yeah, well, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
That definitely makes sense because we got to go a little. We didn't we didn't actually get to the MCU movie yet.
No, we're getting there though.
We did not do. We did not do what? Is Iron Man the first one, or
Iron
is it?
Man's number one. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to do that one first. Okay. Um. So yeah, I mean, and don't forget, we did actually see the first one, and so we have some knowledge of these characters played by these actors and actresses. So you can expect that there, to be there. So I see they chose not to give you origins,
Yeah,
right?
which
They
is fine.
expected you to know that it's the
You,
second movie. They expected you to know them.
yeah, or listen to
Like
the
who
Fantastic
that?
Four theme. That's what you need.
Which I mean, listen, it's not in the movie. They're already losing. They're
I'm just
already
saying.
losing.
I'm just saying that's like probably the best recap you could get is that Fantastic Four theme. It tells you everything that happened.
hmm I mean,
And
they should make a verse for the Silver Surfer, but it is what it is. Um, but so it has that flavor of continuing the story.
yeah,
Um, although it doesn't really make any of them look like better characters in this movie.
they're all kind of the same. I feel like Reed Rich is more of a dick later in this one.
I guess so, but I mean, listen, he got baited because he was being Mr. Nice Guy and he got baited by Johnny and he got caught. Look, that wasn't his fault. Johnny was just being Johnny, which is not a good person.
Yeah,
Like I said, Johnny doesn't seem like a good person to hang around. Like let him go around and be him by himself. He's not a good influence, is
no,
what I'm
he's not.
saying.
No, he's not.
Um, and Jessica Alba's character, again, they managed to make her look just a little bit out of touch
Yeah,
because she's getting mad about the wedding, and they're in the middle. They're literally at the beginning, rather,
yeah,
at the beginning of a world-ending threat, and it's just like they're hearing the information come in.
yeah,
I don't know about you, Mark. Okay, I know what a blackout is.
yeah.
Um, if what happened in the beginning of that movie happened in the real world, it would be chaos and people would be scared.
Yes, 100%.
They were standing in the airport as that story was being read on television, and the only thing coming out of Sue's mouth was like, "Man, I don't want to miss my wedding." And I'm just like,
See
I
where our
can't believe
priorities
they put
is.
that line in there. That reeks of that era 2000s writing. Like, again, it just doesn't make the characters look good.
Yeah,
It makes them look stupid or self-centered and all that. I'm just like, man, y'all just whack. I don't like
yeah,
Michael Chiklis is the only cool character in the movie,
yeah.
man.
I liked
Um,
him. Man, he had his shit together. He got married and all that shit.
that's true. Yeah,
So
that's true.
he had his shit together. People were jealous
Um,
since he got his shit together. No one else did.
you get the Return of Doom, which I thought his character was done better in this movie, but it's still hard to wear off the stink from the first one.
Yeah,
Because how did he get his face back? Because he was encased in that suit. Don't you think that molten metal would have latched onto his face?
probably.
Like I think they try to say he had that wasn't his real face,
Yeah,
but
but they failed to
I don't
show that too. Like they failed to show if it was his face or not either.
no yeah. It just seemed really like they were trying to get rid of the first movie with in regards to Doom.
Yeah,
They were trying to make it seem like, all right, here we got a second chance, and we're just gonna make him a planet, a world scale threat as well.
yeah,
So they did a decent job of doing that. I have to give them props for that. Um, but I would have to say that's probably the best part of the movie.
yeah.
They managed to make the Silver Surfer boring. Yes, his effects were kind of cool, but then he ended up getting tricked, and then that was it. It was like, oh, now you just feel bad for because he got tricked.
I'll just say though, and this is not sorry, but anything that has like came out with Silver Surfer in it is usually pretty boring. If you watch the old cartoon, that shit was boring as shit. If you played the video game, that shit was boring as shit.
That game was not boring. That game was infuriatingly difficult, but at the same time had some of the best Nintendo music ever. That's all I'm saying, Merc.
Okay,
That's all I gotta say.
so I'll
But
give credit to the video game.
to your point, not
That
good.
cartoon was trash.
Yeah, and the game was not good either. But
Like, how you
yeah,
sell this to kids? This shit's boring as shit.
just a lot. Yeah, yeah, it was way too heady for
Yeah,
a kids cartoon.
yeah. I remember watching it and I was like, what am I watching? This is so fucking
It was like a soap opera.
yeah.
It really was.
It was not good.
It should have just been a two-parter episode unlike Fantastic Four, and that's one and done.
Yeah.
Goodbye. So they try to make
Which
six. Yeah.
they had it on their regular Fantastic Four cartoon.
No, no. I mean, if they wanted to go into his whole origin story, because on Fantastic Four, that's what this
Yeah,
movie
yeah,
is basically based on, like around that episode, that
yeah,
story. And they kind of had a better resolution in that cartoon.
yeah,
That cartoon episode was way better than this movie.
yeah,
Like you had Johnny go supernova, and it did nothing to Doom, and it was like, it was like, damn, okay.
yeah.
Like there was a few scenes in that cartoon that was pretty cool. I'm like, they ain't do none of that. They eventually they used surface power to turn Johnny into
Super Scroll,
Super Skrull,
pretty much.
and that's how they kind of distract him from the board.
Yeah,
Not Galactus, Doom from the board and whatnot, and they get it away from him because the board is the source of the power.
yes,
So
yeah,
again, they do the work of at least a main story you can follow along. But yes, it is boring.
yes. It's not the.
It's a
It's not that
lot of
good.
not exciting talking.
Yes, and a lot of the same skits, a lot of the same jokes too. Like they just repeated a lot of the jokes that was there before.
Yeah, especially with Johnny Storm.
Johnny
He was a
Storm,
very one-note character.
and then also there's a woman being naked again. You think
Mhm.
she learn?
I thought, Merc, Merc,
Nope.
Merc. Why is the movie so inconsistent? They show Invisible Woman projecting invisibility on that wall.
Yeah,
You mean to tell me she can't make her clothes invisible?
yeah. There was
Merc,
something.
what's
There was
going
like a
on?
lot of things missing there. That especially when with the storytelling they were trying to tell.
But yeah, like I said, the characters came off looking not great. So
Yeah. So, where you give this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
2.5. Let me get the thing up. 2.5. So your 2.5s are Daredevil, Spider-Man 3, X-Men 3, and yeah, those are yours.
Put it in front of X-Men 3.
Mm, Rise of Surfer 2.5. I am going with 2.2. 2.25. I just like I couldn't really get into it. I was kind of bored watching this the whole time, so keep it at 2.25. I liked it slightly better than the ones that have under it. So there you go.
Yeah, yeah. It just was not exciting. How do you have that budget? You know they spent money on it,
Yeah.
and then they just managed to make it. Oh, it's the end of the world. I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Yep.
I'm, y'all boring me with this.
Yeah. I was already disappointed when Galactus wasn't a big purple guy. So like, I
Yeah,
was already
exactly.
in this.
Or
Yeah.
or some type of giant, humanoid shaped thing.
Yeah.
Like he could have been in his fortress. He didn't have to be in his chair.
Yeah.
There's things about the character I get. It's dumb comic book stuff.
Yes.
But if you're gonna cool it up, there are things you could do to hold on to the legacy of. Because again, Merc, I would just say to you, the reason why the X-Men movies are still, regardless of how successful they might have been, a disappointment was because they basically they championed didn't the director champion that we're never gonna have them in colorful tights and stuff.
Yeah.
They try to make fun of that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much that mindset in all of these movies. It's like we want the coolest version of the fantasy stuff, but the reason this stuff is popular is because of this goofy fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, you guys messed the whole thing up
Yep.
for a long time.
Yep. Yep.
So
I'm gonna give the top 10 because I haven't done it in a while. So right now your movies are: number 1 is Sin City, number 2 is Pootie Tang, number 3 is Blade 2, number 4 is Punisher '03, number 5 is X2, number 6 is Ghost Rider, number 7 is LOG, which is League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, if you don't remember. 8 is V for Vendetta, 9 is for Rope of the Petition, and 10 is Hellboy. My top. No, that's not it. My top 10 is Sin City 1, Pootie Tang 2, Spider Man 2 is 3, Spider Man 1 is 4, X2 is 5, Road to Petition is 6, Blade 2 is 7, Hellboy is 8, From Hell is 9, and Punisher is 10. So, our next movie on this comic book theater, it is Underdog.
I don't know anything about the movie. I have seen the old cartoon.
Yes,
That's about it.
I think Jason Lee talks Underdog, and I think that's what I know about it. Or he's in this movie. I just don't know. I know it's one of the two. Yes, so there's Wonder Dog, and then we have 30 Days of Night, Jumper, superhero movie, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Wanted, Hancock, Hellboy 2, Dark Knight.
Okay.
So those are the next bunch of movies.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't think. No, I did see Dark Knight.
Yeah,
I have not seen Hellboy 2.
Hellboy 2 was cool.
Okay. All right.
And then, then I'll say the next 5 just because I want to see your reaction. So after Dark Knight, we have Punisher Warzone, we have The
That's
Spirit,
cool. Never seen that.
we have Push, we have
I don't
Watchmen,
even know
and
what
we
that is.
have Wolverine Origins.
I've only seen Watchmen once, and Wolverine Origins. Trash.
Yeah,
There's like one good scene in that movie, and I think it's just when they're fighting in the wrestling ring and the Blob is the Blob.
yeah.
That's it. And Gambit blows up a wall.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
Most disappointing use of Gambit ever. That's all I had to say. They had the guy that had the look. I remember he was from that football show, and he was the young
Yeah,
dude, and he was popular.
yeah,
I'm like, all right, they went ahead and got somebody people are starting to take notice of. Okay, a young Gambit, that's cool.
yeah.
And they just dropped the ball. They threw the ball in the toilet, and then they picked it up. They picked it up, saw it was poop on it, and they just rolled it on the floor. They're like, oh, I'll just roll on the floor to get off. And now it's just got dirt
Yeah.
and poop on it.
Oh,
And they
something.
say, let's keep moving.
So something to put out there. Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer
Okay.
was the first movie to have an end credit.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
What that's weird.
Yeah. When Silver Surfer got his board back, it was right after the credits.
Oh, you mean the end credit scene?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I
end
got
credit scene. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, they wasted it. I don't want to see another Silver Surfer made by those people.
yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
But yeah, so that was the first one to actually have an end credit scene. So that's some cool shit.
All right.
Yeah. Too
So they
bad
did.
wasn't good and wasn't able to get that sequel. But hopefully Marvel does it better with it down the road.
I hope somebody who could spice him up, because yeah, he's been pretty dry.
Yeah,
I like his character design and stuff and his power set, but he just be ending up. The coolest stuff he was in was when he was in the early Fantastic Four books fighting Thing.
yeah. And then also like I like some
Or
of his
fighting
comics.
Thor.
Yeah, I will say I like some of some of the Silver Surfer's comics. I actually like the character in the comic book more than they have portrayed him in the movies, or even the cartoon. Even though the
Yeah,
cartoons, there's some cartoons that did him well. I'll say like
the
the
90s
first
one.
Fantastic Four cartoon.
The 90s one did him well.
Yeah,
The old one. I don't know. I don't remember him in the old one.
he was in the '90s. He was in the '90s one.
No. The actual
Oh, the old
first
one.
cartoon.
You're talking about like
I don't
the
remember if he was in that one.
1960s.
I know the Super Scroll was like in the first,
Yeah,
no, the second episode, I think it was.
yeah. So there you go. All right, guess we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. So check it out. Where
Yep.
you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark the Mic. Follow also our Facebook pages, The Wrestling Link and The Wrestling Babble. We are very active on there, so enjoying the conversation. Shout outs to Tenacious T's, Hot Screw Up, the man with many names. He has a podcast called Popcorning. Give them some love and give them a listen. They're on Spotify, Popcorning. Check that out. That's all I got. Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.
Peace out, and we got Underdog next week. Laters.